Spanish Investment Residence Plan. Application Procedure. Here you can see the catalog of the various topics that will be covered during the entire Spanish training. In this presentation, we will discuss the various procedures for applying for your visa. First, we will discuss the Schengen visa application, followed by the property inspection trip. Third, we will discuss the purchasing of the property, then applying for the D visa, and finally, applying for the investment residence card. Now let's talk about the Schengen visa application process. The Schengen visa refers to the visa issued under the Schengen Agreement. Under this agreement, any visa issued by a member of the Schengen member states is also considered valid in all other member states, without having to apply for another visa. At the end of 2013, the Schengen zone's membership increased to 26, which include Austria, Belgium, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Iceland, Italy, Greece, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, and of course, Spain. A Schengen visa is a short-term visa and has two types, single or multi-entry. Every 6 months in a Schengen country, a person can stay up to 90 working days with their Schengen visa. The person can apply for this in order to do business, travel, transit, family reunion, marriage, work, or study. All applicants for Schengen visas must submit their applications and provide biometric data, fingerprints, and photographs in person at the Spanish Visa Application Center. The data will be kept in the Visa Information System, or VIS, for the next 59 months. After 59 months, if they want to apply again, they will need to re-provide the biometric data. Please note that applicants must confirm with the Visa Center if there are other special circumstances. It is not necessary to collect biometric data in the following cases: for children that are under 12 years of age, and applicants who are not able to record fingerprints due to physical impairments. Applicants need to provide photos, passports, ID cards, invitation letters, and other applicable documents. When applying for a business visa, the applicant will have to provide the following documents: a letter of employment, the company's business license, the invitation letter, bank statement, telephone number, email address, and current address. At the same time, the applicant is required to prepare insurance and visa fees, and if necessary, provide their credit card information in order to assist the applicant in booking their hotel. For applicants with children, the requirements include that both parents applying with their children together should provide an original and a copy of each child's birth certificate. If there is no birth certificate, parents need to provide other notarized evidence of their child's birth. If children are in school, the original and translated copy of documents showing their child's enrollment in school should be provided. They must also provide a copy of one of the parents' letters of employment and bank statement. If only one parent is applying with their children, they must provide, in addition to providing the documents above, the parent must provide a notarized and certified statement of consent from the parent that is not accompanying their child. Usually when an applicant is applying for a Spanish short-term Schengen visa, the time for submitting their application documents should be no earlier than 90 working days before the date of departure, and no later than 15 working days before the date of departure. Applicants should prepare the following visa documents: a passport, ID card, bank statement, letter of employment, company business license, photos, marriage certificate, and evidence of being enrolled in the school, and etc. They should receive the invitation letter from their lawyer, fill out the visa application form, and provide confirmation of travel reservations, including hotel and transport, insurance, etc. From the date of submission, it usually takes 5 to 15 working days to get the results. Applicants can also search on the official website of the Visa Center to check the progress of their visa. Now we will discuss the inspection of properties. Before entering the country, the applicant needs to prepare the following: an entry itinerary, and open a bank account in Spain with their passport, while also providing their letter of employment and bank statement in advance. The previous two documents need to be translated in Spanish and notarized. The applicant information form and the Spanish travel notice. Please inform the applicant of the travel notice document and have them sign it to ensure that the applicant is fully aware of the information as to avoid any unnecessary disputes. The English travel itinerary. This travel itinerary can be used for tax refunds. The typical itinerary includes 6 days, 4 nights, or 5 nights, which include a standard room of 4-star hotel quality, a sedan or saloon car, a driver, and a translator. If an applicant's trip exceeds the costs of the package, they are responsible to pay any exceeding costs. The itinerary is as follows. Day 1. When applicants arrive in Barcelona, a translator will be waiting at the airport and will communicate with the applicant about their travel itinerary and their property preferences, as well as being their local guide. Day 2 through 4. The translator will accompany the applicant to view property options. If the applicant finds their desired property, the translator will arrange for the applicant and the developer to negotiate the price and sign the purchase agreement with assistance from the applicant's lawyer. On day 5, with their lawyer's assistance, the applicant will open their bank account, get their signed POA notarized, as well as notarize copies of their passport, and prepare the documents for their NIE application. On day 6, the applicant can leave Spain. Part 3. Purchasing the property. The translator will accompany the applicant to view property options. If the applicant finds their desired property, the translator will arrange for the applicant and the developer to negotiate the price. The applicant should prepare the deposit, usually 20,000 euros, and legal fees, both of which will be paid to the new law firm's escrow account. The legal fees are 1.21% of the price of the property plus 21% VAT. Legal fees range from 5,000 to 10,000 euros. The following documents are required to be signed by the main applicant: the legal service proposal, the purchase information confirmation form, and the NIE application form, as well as the statement of anti-money laundering. The applicant must also sign the following documents at the bank: the bank account application form. The applicant needs to get the following signed documents notarized: the power of attorney, or POA, a copy of the applicant's passport, as well as the application letter for a foreigner's identification number, NIE. The purchasing process from outside of Spain includes the applicant selecting the property with the assistance of the local agencies. Applicants need to come to agreement with their agent and the overseas developer regarding the price and the purchase of their property. The lawyer will send the information confirmation form back to the applicant. The purchase confirmation form includes the applicant's passport information, such as their date of birth and other basic information. It will also include property information such as the property's address, price, deposit, taxes, and payment terms. the applicant should prepare the deposit of around 20,000 euros and legal fees, both of which will be paid to the law firm's escrow account. The legal fees are 1.21% of the price of the property plus 21% VAT. Legal fees range from 5,000 to 10,000 euros. Purchasing process from outside of Spain continues. Please note that these two payments should be made from the main applicant's personal account to the lawyer's escrow account. Payments may be subject to currency controls applied by certain countries. The following documents are required to be signed by the main applicant: the legal service proposal, the purchase information confirmation form, the statement of anti-money laundering. Please note that the originals of the above signed documents will be sent to the lawyer in Spain. The main applicant will then go to the Spanish embassy to complete the following procedures. Sign the power of attorney, POA. The main applicant shall go to the Spanish embassy to sign a power of attorney in the witness of a representative of the embassy. They can also apply for a foreigner's identification number, NIE. Applicants may apply for their NIE while they are at the Spanish embassy signing their POA. The payment procedure. Payment of property usually takes 4 to 5 months. After the applicant returns from Spain, the agency will remind the applicant to prepare anti-money laundering documents. Within 45 working days from the date the applicant has signed the purchase information confirmation form, the applicant shall pay the down payment, 10% of the total amount of the property minus the deposit. The applicant also needs to pay the following fees: notarization, registration fee to the solicitor's escrow account, or transfer to the applicant's own account in Spain. At the same time, the applicant needs to provide anti-money laundering documents, including: if the payment is from the applicant's domestic bank account, it is necessary to provide the bank statements. Evidence of income needs to be notarized by local authorities in the Embassy of Spain. On behalf of the applicant, the lawyer will pay down the down payment and sign the heiress contract with the developer. The applicant is required to pay the remaining balance within 60 working days after the down payment. The procedure is the same as the down payment. The transfer of the property title deed needs to be completed in the notary office with the lawyer and developer being present. The lawyer, on behalf of the applicant, transfers the final payment to the developer in the form of a check, and at the same time, the developer will transfer the title deed to the applicant. After the deed has been transferred, the lawyer will scan it and send it to the applicant. The registered land lease. When the title deed is transferred to the applicant, the following will be completed by the applicant's lawyer. They will pay the relevant taxes and fees within 1 month. These taxes include real estate transfer tax for pre-owned housing, value-added tax for new properties, and stamp duty, if applicable. They will also register the title deed, which takes about 1 month, and apply for the Registro de la Propiedad, which will take about 15 working days to 1 month. Now we will discuss the application for the D visa. The applicant and all dependents are required to provide the following documents in order to apply for a D visa: copies of their entire passport, including the blank pages, the application form, the health insurance form, the foreigner's identification number, or NIE. The applicant will also need to provide the following documents: a non-criminal record, proof of being economically self-sufficient. Dependents also need to prepare the following documents for their visa application: a marriage certificate, proof of relationship with their children, a birth certificate, a non-criminal record, excluding children under the age of 16, If children are 18 or older, they should provide proof that they have never been married, if that is applicable in their home countries. Any children that are 18 or older and or parents of the applicant coming as dependents need to provide proof that they are economically dependent on the applicant. In addition to health insurance and being economically self-sufficient, all documents are required to be notarized by the local authority and the Embassy of Spain. The Registro de la Propiedad and proof of no criminal record are valid for 3 months from the date of processing. After all the documents are prepared, the agency will make an appointment with the Embassy of Spain to submit their D visa application. The applicant and dependents need to apply in person at the Embassy of Spain. If the applicant needs someone to help them retrieve their passport from the embassy, the applicant should prepare this authorization while at the embassy in applying for their D visa. The embassy will provide 2 copies of the signed authorization, which will clearly state who will be retrieving the passport for the applicant. 1 copy will remain at the embassy. The other will be given to the authorized person and checked by the embassy when retrieving the passport. The authorized person can be anyone who is 18 years of age or older. If no such authorization has been done at that time, the applicant must go themselves to the embassy to retrieve their passport. The processing time for a D visa ranges from 1 week to 1 month. If supplementary documents are needed, the embassy will inform the applicant to submit additional documents within 10 working days. After approval, the agency will confirm with the lawyer about the documents and the time to apply for a 2-year residence permit. Applying for an investment residence card. First, you must submit a 2-year residence card application. After the applicants get their e-visa, the lawyer will submit an application for the applicant's 2-year residence card to the UGE in Spain. The documents provided for the applicant's 2-year residence card application will be the same documents used for the D-visa application. Usually, the UGE will send the results directly to the lawyer within 20 days to 3 months from the date of submitting the application. Documents required for providing biometric information. An appointment letter. Certificado de Patronamiento issued by the town hall. And an original passport with 2 color photos taken against a white background and a measure of 2 inches in the past 6 months. Approval letters of 2-year residence cards from UGE. Please note, the lawyer will assist in making an appointment for when applicants and dependents should go to the police station in person to provide their biometric information. Receiving the 2-year residence card. Applicants and their dependents should personally go to the police station to retrieve their residence cards, which should be ready within the range of 30 days to 3 months after providing their biometric information. Renewal of the 5-year residence card. The procedures and documents for the 5-year residence card application are the same as the 2-year residence card application. Thank you for listening.